Hello and welcome once again after many months away to Caversham Central. I'm really sorry for the delay in uploading an update. A couple of reasons. Firstly, it's the summer and it gets very warm up here, so I haven't been doing anywhere near as much work on the layout as I would do if it was slightly cooler. And secondly, I just haven't really had a great deal to be getting on with. Just having a bit of a break from the layout and a bit of a ponder about what to do next with it. Anyway, so this update is going to be fairly brief. I'll show you the work that I have been doing. I'll give you a feel for what I'm thinking of doing, and also got 3 new additions for the layout which I'd like to also share with you. Now, I think in one of my last videos I was talking about what I was going to be doing with the one of the corners of the layout, and I've now actually got some work completed on it, which I'll pan round and show you. Here's the corner in question. Quite a tricky little space, not least of which because the roof, you can hopefully see, comes down quite steeply here, so I've been banging my head quite a lot on the ceiling. But I've put in an industrial units in the corner, and then just moving around to the side of the town, I've also put in, they may have been here actually for the last update, but a block of flats which are the Backman Scenecraft flats. They're in there, together with the obligatory St George's flag and someone hanging out the balcony. Took me quite a lot of time to work out what to do. Well, actually, no, it didn't take me a long time to work out. I knew it was going to be industrial, but it took me quite a bit of time to actually just get on and get the work done. Mainly to do with where I was going to place the buildings, and I'm still not completely happy with them, but I think they're okay. You guys, I'm sure, will let me know your thoughts, which would be brilliant. So what we've got here is a couple of the Scenecraft units, together with I think these are a couple of Scaledale buildings, just the regular industrial stuff. If you come around here, one of these I've branded up as DHL, so the idea is it'll be a DHL delivery centre, and then the other buildings just light industrial units. The ground is just been downloaded from Scale Scenes online, which is really good. We've got tarmac, and then these sort of concrete blocks as well, which I think look pretty good. Just printed off as many of those as I needed, and nice and cheap, and I think they actually look the part. I've also popped in, let me see, just zoom in, we've got some fencing in, some fencing here which I made. It's made just out of sheets of wire. I think watching Everard Junction video the other day, I think he was saying it was from something to do with when you're repairing car bodies, but anyway, A4 sheets of this which I've just cut to size, and made posts out of matchsticks. So the good thing is that, well, A, it's pretty cheap, B, I think it looks pretty good, and C, it's completely flexible, so of course I can have it just following the contours of the track around the corners. And then I've started to put in the scenery as well, just trying to build it up with some vegetation and fairly rough stuff around the edges. So I think it's looking okay. Now the plan will be to put some sort of dividing fence around here, and that will divide it off from the flats. I'm waiting. Bachmann have got another set of flats which are going to be released later this year, which I'm going to pop right there where I'm pointing the camera. So we'll have 2 different blocks of flats, and then I can do a bit of work around that area. Other than that, I bought some stuff for the yard, which I think looks okay. just an old kind of forklift, and some pallets which I've painted up in some of the colours you're likely to see, and just some contents of the pallets which I bought ages ago as wagon loads, but I think these actually look pretty good on the pallets. I also got an old shipping container and just gave it the weathering, I mean really heavy weathering treatment, kind of stuff you just see hanging around in yards. So that's the corner. I hope you like what you see. Obviously there's more work to be done on it, but I think I made a decent start. Now in terms of the stuff or the changes I'm thinking of making, one of the first things I did was just put in these sort of engine sheds and maintenance units. The reality is though that I just never run any trains up here. The point work is just too tight. There's not really that much space, and so therefore it's just totally underused. And I've got to say, in this month's Model Rail they had a really good article about maintenance yards and what you could do with them. And I've got some space at the end of the layout here. I've got a few feet, and I think my plan is I'm just going to extend the yard out by probably about 2 to 3 feet just out this way, so that I've just give myself more room. All of this that you're looking at, well, certainly the yards and the hard standing areas, I'll probably take up. And I think what I'm probably going to do is, at the moment I've got this line here which runs one way. I think I'm going to take that up, maybe just have it as an abandoned line or something like that, and just give myself the luxury of a bit more space for the buildings, maybe a couple more sidings for DMUs, or just other locomotives, just a bit more space there, and of course actually use the space. So that's the plan. I don't think it'll be too difficult to do, and I think that will be something that will enhance the layout pretty well. Let me know your thoughts anyway. For me it just seems an obvious thing to do, but as always I'm interested in what you think. So as I mentioned before, there's some new additions to the layout as well, and let me just introduce you to the first one, which is standing in the platform here. And this is, as you can see, the Hornby Class 56, running number 56084 in the British Rail large logo livery. I've got a couple of 56s already from Hornby, and I saw they were going to be producing this one, and I thought, well, yeah, it's a bit of a must-have really. The 56 I think is a cracking model, and I think it looks really good in this livery. So just to zoom in, and if you've got a 56, you'll know what to expect. The build quality is really good. The overhead fans operate properly, which is great. And yeah, I mean, just a really solid, good runner. That'll look great with either freight or passenger services. I've weathered the logo up slightly. I've given it a light weathering. Just zoom in, hopefully you can see. Oops. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, the bogies have been given some sleeper grime and some frame dirt, and on the roof just a really light dusting of roof dirt and some black around some of the exhaust ports, but I didn't want to overdo it. I think you know, it would detract from what, as I say, I think is a really good looking model. So there's new edition number 1, 56084. If you've not got a 56 in your fleet and you're running you know, diesel, my advice would be to get one. They're cracking locomotives. And next up is the second new edition, and it would appear that Class 56s from Hornby are a bit like London buses, nothing for ages, and they come along in pairs. So as you can see, another 56 in the Colas Rail Freight livery. This one has the running number of 56087, and yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's as per all of the 56s. I really like the Colas Rail livery. I think it's just adds a touch of colour to the layout. You're seeing more and more Colas services around the country. So yeah, as soon as I saw they were going to be bringing this out, I had to have one, and I'm waiting eagerly for the release of the Bachmann. I think they've got a 37 and also a Class 70 coming out in Colas livery. I'll be having both of those as well. As with the BR56, I've weathered the logo up reasonably lightly. Just again, same bit of frame dirt. Oops, I'm struggling with my camera today. You have to bear with me. Yeah, a bit of frame dirt along the bogies and the underside of the body, and roof dirt, and again some soot around the exhaust ports. Not that you can particularly see it, because unlike the BR1, this has got a matte black roof. So yeah, there we go. You look forward to seeing this running around Caversham Central. All manner of rolling stock that would look great with it, and this I think will nicely complement the 47 which I've got from Helgen in the Colas livery, and also the 66 which I've had for a while as well. And then finally, making up a hat-trick of new releases by Hornby that I've added to the layout, is this Class 31 in the DCR livery. I have to say that I don't remember seeing this livery on many locos that have been made available to the modelling market, and I think it looks, you know, really good. I think again the 31 is just a really good model, and this in this livery I think it sets it off very nicely. As you can see, it's had a light weathering again, the usual on the bogies, and the bit of frame dirt on the bogies, and again roof dirt, and a bit of muck around the exhaust, as you can see. Just zoom in so you can have a look. I first saw this loco at the London Festival of Model Railways at Alexandra Palace. There was a stand from Hornby, and had Simon Kohler there talking to people, and this was in the display stand. I thought it looked great then, and I have to say it looks really good now, and I think the addition of a bit of weathering, it looks even better. So those are the three additions. I hope you like them. I think they're all great, and obviously there's some other stuff going to be coming out towards the back end of the year. There's some Class 50s from Hornby that I have got my eye on, and as I said, the Class 70 and the 37 in the Colas livery from Bachmann. So you know, as soon as they come out, then I'll be snapping them up to add to the layout as well. So that's that for an update for the time being. Once again, apologies for how long it's taken to upload anything. I'll be doing bits and pieces over the coming weeks, and I will try and get more updates with you. And I know I've said it before, but I will get a running session going as well, and you know, you can actually see some sort of movement on the layout. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks very much for checking in. I hope you like what you've seen. Please, as always, feel free to comment, and if you've not subscribed already, please do so. And I will hope to have another video with you in the coming weeks. Thanks very much.